Yippee! Hypixel just dropped a never seen before April Fool's event. Let's go see what it is. So if we talk to his admin, he gives us a gift as useful as the gear Rosetta sells you. But sure, let's see what else they have to say. He sends us on a scavenger hunt to catch them all, except all just means redoing old content. Doing Slayer quests, murdering Crimson Isle mobs, suffering through dungeons. Wow, Hypixel really outdid themselves. The new content is the old content. Wearing a party hat. You read the title. Skyblock isn't just cooked, it's burnt to a crisp. And it's not just this event. Look at the uploads we've gotten lately. Apart from the Backwater Bayou update, the most recent content we got was the Year of the Seal. I'm not gonna be like the earliest and tell you and the admins how good these updates have been, because they haven't. Well, the Backwater Bayou isn't that bad for early game players. You still have to do the same things you always have. Just right click to use your fishing rod, left click to one-shot mob. Compare that to an update like the Door of the Mines, which made mining not just clicking on blocks, but to a whole new game, where you have to gather all sorts of new items so you could forge them into new items and drills. They even expand on this idea with the Crystal Hollows, adding a new armor set, 7 new gemstones, and enchantments. And it feels so rewarding to see your dusty, crumpled up 355 drill turn into a pimped out Devon's drill. Not only that, you get to progress through your heart of the mountain, unlocking new perks, new abilities that shake up the gameplay by so much. That is what makes mining feel so great. A system where you build an item brick by brick until you make it the best is everything for a Skyblock player. The Glacial Tunnels, on the other hand, was a bad update. They added ways to get more fortune so players had more progression, but nerfed the old gear so bad to the point where it crippled mid-game players and just stuck the middle finger to Iron Man players. So if you wanted to make money now, you'd have to be an endgame player, and even then, you'll make 5 million less an hour if you're an Iron Man. Then we look back at the Backwater Bayou update, where they added 1 new game mechanic and a few new sea creatures. Hotspots give boosts depending on the hotspot your bobber is in, with the ability to fish up new sea creatures only in hotspots. And the rod mechanic, the fishing equivalent to the drill mechanic, where instead you could equip a hook, line, and sinker to your fishing rod. These are actually good reused ideas, but it's just no Crystal Hollows. But considering you can goon and play the new update, it's not good content. While rod parts are convenient to obtain, they don't feel very fun or rewarding to get. Instead of having these parts dropped from sea creatures, or straight up buying it from an NPC, we can do something else. You could have a fishing line be made out of tarantula silk, or kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and make a Slayer update with tier 5 tarantulas who drop super duper silk and can be used to make a better fishing line. You could even make a sinker made out of 9 Devon alloys if you really want to give the player base a reason to strangle a bus full of kindergarten. Instead of only fishing up sea creatures, maybe at a Kraken boss fight, where you shoot it with a Terminator, where you use your fishing rod to fight it off like a golden fish. Currently, all the updates have fallen under the do this till you get lucky enough to drop it, or spend 30 hours trying to get it from the RNG meter. I love mining so much because it's just not another gambling simulator like every other update. There are a certain amount of materials you need, whether that be gold or mithril, that you could grind out and make an estimation on how long it's gonna take you. The gambling that mining does have is helped out by the RNG meter, but isn't essential to progress to the early or mid-game stages of mining. While in something like dungeons, if you don't drop a Necron's handle, it looks like you're shit out of luck, buddy. And you can't play with the cool kids in Master Mode or the Crimson Isles. But Revo, Garden is basically the same thing as mining. Shut your mouth! Don't ever compare farming to mining. While Garden does expand on farming, it's only in the worst aspects possible. The endgame poll used to be hitting farming 60, maxing out Anita, getting all the gold medals, and maybe a cultivating tool with 100 million on the counter, which in total took around 150 hours to complete. But with the release of the garden, the new endgame poll has now been moved to 1,000 hours. This includes maxing out the composter, maxing crop milestones, maxing out visitor milestones, maxing out every single pest bestiary, buying every single plot out, maxing out everything from Sky Mall, and all the gear and equipment they added. Which seems like a good thing, but all those 1,000 hours of quote-unquote new content is just more of this. They never changed the gameplay. They only added tasks that get exponentially more tedious. Not only that, they removed teleport pads. And every 10 minutes you get a farm, there's a mandatory pest genocide that you have to participate in, and they call it content. River, you idiot! That's just stop the macros! Cool. But now every legit player's experience is that much worse. Imagine if pests were rare, rewarding mini events. Like a golden rat that drops a fat sack of coins. So legit players get to profit while the smelly macros lose it. And since the garden is such a low point for entry, it is the cause of the crazy inflated economy, leaving Iron Man players needed an update to help them out. But what about some of the events? How fun are they to do? A honk and seek adventure is just killing old mobs till you get a rare drop. The Year of the Seal is about hitting a beach ball in the air, but the way you get it is by treasure fishing, so aka trophy fishing. The Century Raffle is doing daily missions, aka old content. Hoppity's Hunt is just Fairy Souls J2 with cookie clickers slapped on top of it. The most original event they have released is the Carnival, but all it is 3 30-second minigames that come once a month because Foxy is a garbage mayor. Remember when Skyblock events had personality, a tyrant mayor, a server-wide revolution, an actual boss fight? I don't know if the admins are just lazy, but I really hope these are just minor updates to keep us entertained until the 14th update comes. But if it's in the same quality as the April Fool's event, this might actually be the final nail in the coffin that makes the remaining Skyblock player base finally give up on the game. Not right out. I think these updates have been very quiet. Well then, let's look at the content side of things. Skyblock has a ton of content creators in which all the popular ones have quit or are on hiatus. Don't believe me? Well, let's go ahead and list some then. Something like that, hiatus. Refraction, quit. Powliner, on everyone else's channel except his. Time Deal, employed. Modern Soldier, quit. I mean, I would too. Do you see this level of quality? Kikofari, stripped from everything he loved. Ben Clark, got bored. Technoblade, Clark. Not only that, let's list some people that haven't stopped creating videos, but are making different content now. Hellcastle started focusing on Minecraft lore. Rage Train is making modern Minecraft videos. Dragoon plays other games. The second most creators get big on Skyblock, they leave for a better, more stable game, or just stop uploading in general. Icozar tried to leave after his ban, but fell off so hard he had to walk his silly ass back over to us. The only creator that still pulls in views and stayed loyal is 30 Virus. But come on bro, he's like 70. He basically has one foot in the grave. The content creators we do have are just all the same. I spent 500 Awww for this Iron D drop. Please end my stuff away. I spent 10 billion coins on hypermixing my dirt farm. Time to file for bankruptcy, haha. Okay bro, what the fuck? Can you blame him? When new content is just reskin grinding, what's left to make videos about? There are only so many fun twists they could add until they just become the same video redone over and over. Either that, or they're just as uncreative as I am. Even with an original fun idea, the viewership of Skyblock videos in general are 2 to 20 times less than what they were 1 to 2 years ago. I wanted to get into the YouTube business by making guides for people to show them the way I so efficiently and elegantly progress through the game. Just to realize that somebody who posted a video on the same topic 3 years ago is just as accurate as mine is today. I'm not even joking. Halfway through making this video, I found out somebody made a video almost 2 years ago predicting that the game was not going to exist in the next 2 years. And what do you know? 2 years later, you have some goober telling you the game is in critical condition for the exact same reason he was warning us about. If Hypixel wants to survive, they need to stop reskinning old content and start innovating again. Otherwise, even the loyal players and creators will move on. And if the admins don't like my ideas, you guys got the forums. There are way more creative people in there that could tell you what minor patch you could add to improve quality of life. At least while you work on the Fortune update. Trust, it's coming soon. But what do I know? I'm not a game designer. Just a guy watching a game I like slowly wither away. If you agree, smash like. Share this with your copium addicted friends and subscribe. Or I will quit the game.